What is going on, everybody? This is NotAVlog and welcome back to another video. And today I thought I'd do something a little bit different and give some more information about myself and to go along with what we've already been talking about, which is the promises of God coming true, aware and gaining more understanding of the world and how everything is going. So I figured what better way to do that, tell you a story about my life and how meeting my wife Lauren has been a huge promise from God, and hopefully build some faith in you, as well as share a pretty cool story. So without further ado, let's get into it. So at the beginning of my junior year of college, I began to work on a YouTube channel with my brother and a couple friends, and I made an earlier YouTube video about that on my channel. And during that time, we were really putting a lot of time and effort into the channel, and I was putting a lot of effort into that and school, and not really thinking about relationships at that time. And as you may know, if you have watched the previous video, it was a paranormal YouTube channel. Lots of spooky ghosts and stuff like that. And at that specific moment in time during the YouTube channel, we were very small and didn't have much of a following yet. So we're trying to get gigs wherever we could, try to find spooky locations that were free, because we didn't want to spend a bunch of money on something that we didn't know if we were going to do long term or not. Jack was part of the paranormal group that we had started, and he knew of someone that was struggling with paranormal activity in their apartment, and it was affecting their child. And she had asked, hey, can you guys come and check out this place for me, because I think there's some crazy stuff happening here. So like I said, we were very new to the whole paranormal community, and we didn't have many locations to go to, so we ended up going and investigating this apartment. Enter my wife. So we started the investigation at this apartment building, and we weren't even truly positive if we were going to catch something at this location. And it was somebody that was close to Jack and knew Jack. So when we got to the apartment to investigate it, we met Lauren for the first time. And upon meeting her, she was nice, she was great and everything like that. Did not think much of anything, like I wasn't looking for a wife or a girlfriend or anything else at that time. But she was cool and let us investigate her apartment. So not a big deal. Or so I thought. And it was kind of funny because whenever we were there, I was like, oh man, I have to go to the bathroom. Can I use your bathroom? So I went in and I started doing my business and everything. And then God spoke really clear. At this point in time, God was not speaking very clearly to me, as clear as he spoke. And he said to me, oh, hey, you're going to be with this woman. And as I was doing my business, I audibly laughed because I was like, no, I'm not going to marry her. I'm not going to be with her. I'm not going to date her or anything like that. We're literally just investigating her apartment. That's it. I'll probably never see her again after this. And he was like, oh no, you're definitely going to be with her. I was like, whatever you say, pal. Whatever you say. And that was the end of that. And that happened in like April. And that happened in the springtime. Fast forward to October. It had been months since I had even thought of, spoken to, or remembered who she was. And I get a message on Snapchat and she says, hey, what's going on? And we begin to start talking, and the rest is history. And we became husband and wife a couple years later. That being said, I asked God today what kind of video I should film, and he said, tell the story of you and Lauren. And I was like, okay, cool. And I realized after he told me to do that, I've really been trying to show people that the promises that he offers and the promises that are kept are always the same. He always keeps his promises that he makes. But I should have started with this, but the original promise that God had made me whenever I was like 5 or whatever age I was, whenever I asked God for this, was that I wanted to have a wife, and that promise was fulfilled multiple years in the future. I guess really what I'm trying to say is that God has promises that he makes each individual person, and a lot of the times we feel like the promises need to happen on our time, when in reality, nothing really does happen on our time. And if we don't wait for God's time, then the promises that he gives us will not be appreciated, or will not be to the fullest amount that it could be if we had just waited until God's timing. And yeah, I guess that's it. And that's the story of how I met my wife, and I hope it's as encouraging it to you as it is a fun and cool story that I get to tell now. But I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed.